Please turn your sound on to hear full explanations of our answers. Thank you. The question is, why am I losing my hair? And the answer to that is that your hair follicles are dying, but they can be saved. Let me explain. What you need to think of is that on your scalp you have a number of hair follicles, and a hair follicle is it's kind of like a unit that produces the hair. Think of it as like a little factory for making hair, and adds a little bit every day, and that grows into a long hair. Now, what happens is as you age, your hair gets thinner and eventually it falls out. And the reason for that is because your follicles, the fuel that they need is nutrients that come from your blood. And what happens is as you get older and older, they're just unable to get the blood supply that they need, and it kind of falls off, and they can't get the nutrients that they need because of that. And so they start to produce at first thinner hair than normal. Thinner hair is, if you think about it, it's in that sense, it's it's a start of the process, and your hair will get progressively thinner and thinner until eventually the follicle will just stop producing hair altogether. At which point, there's no more hair. Now, they can be saved. When your follicles stop producing hair, i.e., when you get a bald patch, so long as you do something within around 2 to 3 years, then you can actually revive it. If if you do whatever it takes to let the follicle access nutrition again and the blood supply, then you can get it back. And there's a few ways of doing that. One is to take drugs, and there's 2 types of drugs on the market that do that, but they do have various side effects which aren't exactly subtle, okay? And they're real side effects. And one of these drugs is even dangerous to have around the house with pregnant women. If pregnant women touch the pill, then it can actually harm an unborn child. So there are various pretty severe side effects in my opinion. The other way is naturally, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the blood flow again to come back to the scalp. And there are various ways of doing that. So anyway, I hope that gives you a bit of insight into why your hair falls out and what you can do about it. Look, if you want to know a natural way of getting your kick-starting your follicles back into shape again, and those that are still producing thin hair, you can make your hair thicker again over time. And I want to show you a natural way to do that. If you just see the description box down below, if you click the link in there, it'll take you to a site that shows you how to naturally do it. And before you start thinking this is less effective than drugs, don't forget that these natural methods predate drugs by several hundred, if not several thousand years. These are remedies that have been used in tribal settings for many, many generations. And the reason that they work is because, as I say, they encourage blood flow again. You can use natural ingredients. You don't need to use drugs. You can use natural ingredients to encourage the blood flow in the scalp region, and therefore the follicles can access the nutrients that they need again and better create hair, and they can be even reactivated so long as it's not too long that you've been bald. So anyway, click the link down below if you want to know how to do it, this natural method, and I'll see you soon in another video. Take care.